Welcome back to Jtwes, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I got a video I've been really looking forward to doing today, and if you're new to this channel because of the video, maybe consider subscribing. I try to do some reviews from now. I don't know if I call this a review or a test, but this is the new Dewalt 3/4 drive impact wrench, and here it is. I don't do unboxing stuff, but anyway, 3/4 drive Dewalt. It's a DCF964B, which stands for bare tool. I do a lot of work on some equipment, disc, and things of that nature. And guys, I have a 1/2 inch that I use, but I'm one of the type. I don't like using adapters. I don't like taking a 1/2 inch and adapting it up to a 3/4. I've done it, but I like sticking with the drive of the socket that I need. So therefore, the 3/4, this is not a comparison of what my 1/2 inch would do. We're just going to see what this 3/4 will do by itself. A little bit about it. It's from what I've read and what caught my eye, and the reason why I ordered it, it is their highest 3/4 impact they've ever produced, I believe. It has 1,900 pounds of breakaway, 1,900 pounds of breakaway force. It has, and we'll come up on this here, it has 3 speeds on it. I have a 6-amp battery. It says it's fully charged. It's a pretty big deal. I mean, I got pretty big hands, but it's pretty heavy. These 3 speeds here, you got the nut, the 1, 2, and 3, and I'll read you here what that actually says. Seems to be built good. I do like the way that these bolts are screwed from plastic into metal versus metal into plastic, which the way my 1/2 inch is. I got it on speed 2 now, but speed 3, yeah, speed 3 really has something there. Under the cheat notes here, precision mode is what we should have said. That's the nut. Precision mode, just the tool pauses impacts impact starts to prevent over tightening. That's in the forward. The reverse, the tool lowers the speed to help prevent runoff. I guess that's to keep your bolt from just running off and out of the way. So speeds 1, 2, and 3, they all have 1,900 pounds of breakaway torque. Speed 1 has 500 pounds of tightening torque. 2 has 840 pounds of tightening torque, and 3 has 1,420 pounds of tightening torque. So that's what the 1, 2, and 3 is. The 1, 2, and 3 is just, looks to me like it's just how much it'll put on tightening it. So that's pretty good. I mean, because to be honest with you, I don't know, and I'm trying to show this thing, I don't have a wall set up where we can put big bolts on it and stuff. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go around here to this tractor that's been sitting out in the yard, not my yard, but a yard, forever. And we're just going to find us a couple of rusted bolts and see what she'll do as far as taking them off, because that's where I'm going to use it at, guys. I'm going to use it on equipment, disc hairs, maybe changing the disc on them. So, we'll just try it kind of like we're going to use it, and we'll go from there. 3/4 set. Let's go around here. All right, guys, here's a Super 8. It's been around forever. Let's look at a couple things here. So we have nice and rusted. I mean, these things are some kind of rusted. So these are probably 5/8. So let's Put a little something on them here just to see. These are 5/8 carriage bolts, I would imagine. All right. Looks like a 1-inch socket. So 1 inch. I don't know, there may be a 3/4 bolt then. A 1-inch socket fits it. So again, with the wrench having 1,900 pounds of breakaway on any mode, we're just going to put it on 2 because I'm more, like I said, when it comes to an impact, I'm hardly ever worried as much about the tightening as I am the breakaway. The breakaways are the most important thing to me, and it probably is you guys too, if you got something this big, because I can't think of anything I own that I would need to tighten over 500 foot-pounds. We replaced a bearing one time in a truck, a sealed wheel bearing, and I think it was 200, maybe 180 or something. It was a Dakota truck, but it was hard getting the nut off, so it would have been nice to have this in. But all right, let's see. Hedge your bets. What's the bets? I think the bets is going to be either it's going to take it off or it's going to break it. So let's see. Oh yeah, it just took it right off. Wow. I mean, it didn't really even seem to work that hard, to be honest with you guys. Let's see if we can get it started back on there. Those should be carriage bolts in the back. All right. So let's put it down on 1 as far as going back on it. So supposedly that's 5. Yeah, I could believe that. I mean, it's not hitting that hard. Okay, so that would have took, golly, back in the day, that would have took a long, good old time to get off. Let's see about this one. Yep, again, nice and easy there. We're gonna mess around and have this weight where if I need to take it off, I can take it off. All right, let's start it back. How about a lug? I probably got too big of a sockets for that. Yeah, I do. Which I would think it would take that off pretty easy. Here's what I was talking about earlier, in which I don't have to do this no more, thank goodness, is 1/2 inch to 3/4. So we'll put this back in the toolbox. I don't really need it in here no more because we actually have something that will do it. These are some pretty good size bolts here. We'll see if it'll take a few of these off. These are probably going to be 1.25 inches maybe. Yeah. So this is 1.25 inches, and this is something on a Farmall that I don't think you would want to tighten it full force. All right. So she ran that off pretty easy. Again, I'm putting it on 500, and it's not actually quite tightened it up yet. That's tightening it right there. So it spun that one off pretty easy. Here's one over here towards the back. brought that right on out. I would say anytime you have something this big and you're dealing with housings, this is a cast housing, I would be very careful with it. My 1/2 inch impact would probably be just fine with that. Okay, I'll show you something, guys, today I was just toying with a little bit. This one right here, this one didn't break loose, and within a matter of seconds it just snapped that thing right off. So it is tons and tons of power. I don't think we're lacking none on any power. I'm trying to think, do I have something on my equipment line that we can mess with? I don't know, we'll walk over and see. Well, our garlic decided to finally start coming on up, guys. This beautiful roll there. It looks like just about every one we put in the ground came up. I need to relist this roll right here, and I'll probably do that in a little bit. I'm gonna relist it and get it ready to plant some onions we have coming. I say coming, they should be shipped today, but I want to relist this roll up a little bit. I did not see a bolt rusted enough or big enough to really put an honest test over here. There's a lot of 1/2 inch, maybe 5/8 stuff over here, but nothing big enough that would give this a run for its money. We're back at the shed, and we are going to hopefully crank this in a minute, and I'm going to refresh some rolls before those onions get here. So we need to do that because we've got to put the scrape blade on here, so I'm going to do it while the disc is on here when I'm not reporting myself. So yes, Dewalt 3/4, their strongest ever. If you got some disc and stuff to work on, I'd say maybe try to get you one. I hope to have, you know, a disc for this 300, and I'm sure we'll use it for that. And of course, if you guys are like we are around here as far as neighbors, you know, if Roger's got something that he can't get air to, he calls me, we'll bring this up there and we'll get it. But hope you enjoyed that. It's a super, I didn't have a tractor trailer truck to take the lug nuts off, but I thought rusted bolts would be better. But let's get this thing down there. I thought we'd try to do something a little fun here. Let's see if we can crank it with a hand crank. There's nothing wrong with the battery that I know of. Just thought I would try this. I've cranked it one time with one. I like getting it down on the bottom and coming up. Bottom. I did let out on the switch, didn't I? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you noticed where I came out. All right, one more. Yeah. Oh. Just a little bit of choke. I'm saving juice on my starter. we are waiting on some onion seeds or onion slips. Hopefully we'll get that here in the next day or two. We'll plant some onions. Need to put the blade on. We're gonna find it somewhere. I'm not sure where it's at. Oh, it's back there. So we'll get it out, put the scrape blade on, cut it down level, put the onion slips in, and I probably won't cultivate those onions at all. If I do anything, I'll hoe around them. I may push them in enough to cover the bulb up, but barely, and then dig them back out a little bit this spring. Just something to give them a little protection this winter. So thank y'all. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.